Welcome back from spring break and welcome to week 10. We'll be to a set of theories for the next couple of weeks that are decidedly more external. You're really focusing on behavior and the way in which you can use the description of people's behaviors in order to characterize their personalities. We're going to start with the work of B.F. Skinner, who, if you were a student in any psychology course, you're going to get some dose of behaviorism. For many students who have taken only an introductory course, you may remember discussions of operant conditioning and things like positive reinforcers, negative reinforcers, punishments, and so on. We need to look at Skinner's work in terms of what it can tell us about the development and expression of human personality. So for most students, their awareness of Skinner comes in terms of the way in which he described the process of learning. Personality for Skinner was really just, if you really boil it down, who you are is a sum total of your learning experience and your learning history. Therefore, his assumption is it's not internal dynamics. He was a very strong opponent of psychoanalytic theory, and he was an even stronger opponent of humanistic theory. He and Carl Rogers had lots of battles in journals over their very disparate approaches. So for him, you don't need to look to internal things like motive and emotion. You don't need to look at any of that. You just look at behavior and its antecedents and its consequences, and then describe that. And you will have basically the map of a person's individual personality. From a developmental standpoint, it is those antecedents and consequences that are supplied by a person's environment that essentially create their personality. He was dogged in, it's not that he ignored the fact that emotion and motivation might exist, is that he argued that they were not measurable because you can't see them. So he restricted his approach to what could be observed and what could be systematically manipulated. And we'll talk about some of the limitations of that, both in your reading and in your video lectures.